guys, I'm going to be going through a full guide of how to play Azami on Villa. I'm going to go through 3 of the bomb sites. I'm going to go through AVG, statue and dining room. So I'm basically just going to be giving you my favourite sort of Azami strategies to use on each of the bomb sites. So you can use them in your ranked games and in whatever you want to use them in. So for AVG, I like to put the first one in study on the table here, just to block off the angle and give you some ways you can push up and fight back. Obviously you can have someone on these holes as well, and you play here and you have like a little 2 people holding the thing instead of just playing off the door. If you're just playing off the door, it's easy for them to pre-fire you, because it's maybe like there's only really one position you can play off the door. But here you can push up, you can play like this, you can play like this. Obviously there's the window here. So the next one I like to put is like this on the side there. You can see if someone jumps in. You can play close up here and get a little bit of a pixel like that, and just play more around the other keeper like this, and essentially means you can hold study a lot easier. As well, this one here blocks the angle from the balcony into sight. Without this, there's a bit of an angle they can get into the side door, the aviator door. And to get rid of it, they can't just melee it. They have to sort of either get a bit of Flores or an ash charge or some kind of explosive. The next thing I like to do is to put one on here and one up here. And then this essentially gives you one way to watch top red. See if someone comes up the stairs, you can see if someone comes from wolf, you can see if someone comes from trophies, statue. You know, it's really hard to fight back from that angle, because obviously I can be seen here. I'll do some shots so you can see where you can see up to. You can basically see all the way up there. Oh, that's unlucky. I'll put that back just so you can see it. But I can basically see all the way up to here. And obviously you can't really see where I'll be standing because of the one way. You have to push it really far up. By that time you're already dead. Obviously I had to replace that one because I accidentally got rid of it. But the last one I would just use to replace ones that are already that get destroyed. Usually this one gets destroyed pretty quickly, so I'll replace that one or this one. But yeah, that's how you play Azami on AVG. Now I'm going to go to the statue site. Alright, so now we're onto the trophy site. Basically there's two different ways I like to play Azami on this site. The first one I'll show you, it's more of a passive and more of a safe way to play it. So I'll put one here on this box to block the angle from wolf to behind Astro. You can make this rotate a bit further. But obviously when you play in the game you don't want to be using the shotgun. I'm just doing it so I can make all the holes and stuff. But what you can do is you can make this hole sort of in the table with the deagle, and you can see it in the bathroom. And what you can also do as well is put a barrier like this on the corner here. So you can shoot the feet under the barrier like this if they stop pushing the bathroom. And obviously from bathroom they can't, they can melee, but to melee they have to come all the way out here. Where they'll already be visible and be able to die, be able to be shot. The next one I like to put as well just is here. This is, people used to put a shield here, but if you don't have a shield you can put this there. And it just gives you more places you can play. You can play and make some more holes as well. So you can make like that, like this. You can rotate over here and play here. What you can even do as well is impact the table, just to have the whole table be open. But you don't really need to do that. The next one I like to do is put one here. This just gives you some protection to pick the holes off, so you don't get shot. Like less area of you is visible to be shot with that. And obviously as well, they can't just kill easy basically. The final one is not really so important. There's some things you can do like putting it in these windows, like this window even. As well, just so you can fight this door a bit better, like this, so you can play around these. But you can also make one ways on the doors by putting one here and putting one above it. I put one above the door. But yeah, this is one way I like to play Azami on this site. I'm gonna show you the other way as well. Alright, so here's the variation I like to do for the trophy defense. I like to make a rotate in the master with an impact, and then put one on this here. This will block the rotate, so you can actually play in master, and give you a little bit of a gap here. You can also pick this side obviously as well, and make a little bit of hole next to the reinforcement and get the feet under the window, under the barrier. You have to jump in the window. You'll notice you're visible from this window if you do this, so you have to put one here and then put another one on top of that one as well, just to fully block off the window, and you'll get some angles to kill the feet when they jump in. I'll show you now. Like that, and you can see obviously if you jump in, you get a kill on them. They have to use an explosive to actually kill them. Okay, so what I also like to do is put one sort of like this, just to block off that window as well. And what you can do is you can play aggressive here and sort of swing around here and use this as like a head peek. Because people don't expect you to be playing in master. So as long as you're comfortable in your gunfights, gun skill, you can play really aggressive here and get some free picks and then play off the barriers and leave when you have to. But yeah, that one's like, it's more for if you're just feeling more aggressive. It's not really it's not as consistent as the first one. There are extra little things you can do with Azami on the trophy side. Obviously the first setup I showed you with the sort of the stuff in Astro and the one there, you can replace the one that I put here and put it instead on this, like this. This is a very common Azami, so you can, instead of putting a shield here, you can play with that Azami and play aggressive on the door into master. You can also do this as well when you're doing the second Azami setup that I showed you, with the extra ones. But yeah, that's just a little bonus barrier you could be playing with, or you could be playing with. Alright, so now we're onto the dining site. This is going to be the final site that I'll be showing you, showing you some Azamis on. So the first one I like to do is on this here. You may be confused as to why, but basically there's an angle you can get on this window rappel, where you can see from the window all the way into sight by shooting up that. So obviously the Azami barrier blocks that angle, so they have to use Zofia or an Ash charge to get rid of it. It just makes it less possible for them to use that angle against you, basically. The next one I like to do is on the corner of this table here, like that. Just gives you some more protection to play and watch these holes that I like to make in the laundry. You make the holes like that prone, and they reinforce this wall. You can just sort of hold an angle on them and play off these and pick around the different ways. Also protects you from the door if they actually come sprinting in past the angle. You can use that to protect yourself from the door. The next one I like to do is on this here. Just means you can sit on top of this and hold angles into China. Obviously from doing that you're visible from here, so you might want to like put one on the backside of this bomb like that, protect yourself, and then you can hold this, and then you can sort of peek around this to get weird angles into the pantry. For the final one, I don't really have any sort of insane angles. I just kind of put one here like that. Maybe a bit lower so you can get a bit more of a one-way on them when they're coming into memo. And obviously they can't just get it from the door, they have to actually come in to hit it, and by this point they're already visible. But yeah, that's basically how I would play Azami on the dining site, and all of the sites on Villa for that matter. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like. I've done 3 other maps with these Azami strategies, so if you want to look at the other maps, they'll be on my channel. Just go and drop a subscribe and go and watch them. In a bit, fellas.